So my name is Cassidy. The current trend in fashion right now is having like momentarily topical T-shirts. They're very popular online. They're usually only relevant for about a month. You can buy them on like Urban Outfitters or sites like Almighty, and they usually run from about 30 to 50 and sometimes even $80. But they're not very well made, so they usually fall apart within like 6 months. So they're not a good investment of money. So they're not very good at all. And so often there's weird parts about the t-shirts, like the crop tops, and crop tops are very functional in Illinois. You only wear them for about 2 months. So I started making my own t-shirts about 3 years ago. It's one of my favorite hobbies because I can put whatever I want on the t-shirt. And this is overall the best method. There's a lot of weird things I've done over the years and it never worked out, but everything is pretty foolproof now. I found that making your own graphic t-shirts is a cheap, creative way to bring your own original ideas into reality. So what you're going to need is you're going to need an X-Acto knife. You're going to need your printed design. This is one my brother wanted. So you want to print it out because it's the clean lines, and you're trying to make it look like you bought it. Then you want a paper folder. I use paper because I usually only make one t-shirt, so then I can just throw it away. You can use a plastic one, but it's a lot more work to cut through, so I don't do that at all. And then you need a sticker maker kit. You can get this from like Hobby Lobby. They're the best method for this. And then you need a foam brush, not a paintbrush. Foam brush is the best fabric paint. And of course you need your shirt, and then you need cardboard with wax paper on it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to tape all the sides of the design down to the folder. And if you don't do every side, then it'll start to move around when you're cutting it. And every time it moves a little, it's going to be a little bit more crooked. And you're trying to make it look like you bought it. So you want to make sure everything's as even as possible. The only tape that you really don't want to use is like Scotch tape, because that's not sturdy enough to keep it while you're cutting it. So it's the best method. But after you've taped down every side, then you're going to take your X-Acto knife and you're going to press down firmly and slowly down each of the sides until you've done the entire design. And I've already done that here because if I had enough, we'd be here for about half an hour. And so some of the little sides here are like little mistakes. Like if you go back again, you'll start to get little splinters in your design. So that's why you want to be really slow when you go down. Then you take the sticky side of the sticker maker like this, and you just press it down just as long as the design is. Okay. So just like that. And then you're going to press down really firmly onto the design and make sure it sticks to it. It's going to be just as long as the lettering is. And then you're going to take the cellophane part of the sticker maker, and you're just going to cut it whatever length, because you can always get more. And then you're going to go in and you're going to take all of this, because when you pull it off, it pulls off all the sticker that isn't on the back of your design. And then you're just going to do that for the entire design part. And then once you get that, you're just going to very slowly pull off the design part, the back of the sticker. You want to do it really slowly because some of the parts are really fragile in your design. So I'm going to do that back here too. I've done really fine designs where pieces just rip right off. So this isn't it. And then it's all sticky, so it's going to stick to whatever. And then you're going to take your X-Acto knife and you're going to go in the edges, like right here. There's still sticker part right there, and you can't really see it, and if you leave that there, then the paint can't get on your shirt. So you have to go in there and make sure all your edges are really clean. This one's actually pretty clean, so I can move on. And then you're going to take your t-shirt. You're going to take the cardboard with the wax paper, and you need the wax paper because if you don't, then all the paint will stick to the cardboard, and the cardboard won't come off even when you wash your shirt. Like in the washer, like I still have shirts from like 3 years ago with cardboard in the insides of the shirts. So then you just want to make sure it's lined up with the tag of your shirt, so that way you know it's right in the middle. And you don't need a really big piece of cardboard, just as big as the design is. So then you want to line it up right in the middle. And you want to be about an inch down from the collar, because you never have designs that are like right up here. So then you want to make sure every piece of the design is stuck down. And so it's going to look like that. And then you're going to take your paintbrush, and then you're going to dab up and down, because if you pull your paintbrush, then all the paint is going to go into the edges and it's going to bleed through in your design. You won't have very clean edges. So you're going to do 2 coats of that. The first coat's going to be really thin, and then the other one's going to be like slightly thicker. Because if it's if you have more than 2 coats, then it's going to start to bleed through really, really aggressively. And you want to make clean lines to make sure it looks like you bought it. So I'm just going to do this one letter. And so it's going to look like that, the first layer. And then once after both layers have dried, you can peel off your design. And it's going to look something like this, depending on what design and color you did. This shirt was originally like $53 online, and it was a crop top. And I made it for about $3. I only had to buy the shirt because I had all the supplies. So overall, making the shirt might seem really intimidating at first, but you really only need your stencil, your shirt, and your paint. And you can buy your own stencils at Hobby Lobby if you wanted more of a generic one. But overall, it's very simple and it's much cheaper. So with this method, being on trend has never been cheaper. Thank you. Any questions?